I don't know if I've ever really wanted to show anybody us dumping our black tanks. So we've been here for about 4 weeks in Durango, and it may rain, a little bit in the evening time, but it's never rained overnight and never really rained in the morning. Of course, the day that we leave, it's drizzling. It rained overnight, so everything's wet. I left some things out because it rained yesterday evening and it needed to dry out. Typically, it's dry in the morning. Everything is wet because it rained all night. But it's our first time leaving in the rain or drizzle. It's not really rain, but things are just wet. But we're headed to Moab today, and I have a feeling that it's going to be warm and dry. It's kind of my hope. Not necessarily looking forward to the heat. It's been nice and cool here in Colorado. So I'll be able to dry everything out that's gotten wet. It's just wild how we've been here for about a month and it hasn't rained like it is raining now. But I know they needed it, so it's been good. So off to Moab. So we made it to Dead Horse, and I've got to get my gear and make sure that I've got enough power cable to make it to the back of our RV. We haven't yet bought an extension. We haven't bought an extension cord for it, so just got to make sure that I have enough room, which I think I do. I think I've got enough space to make it, but so far this is a pretty cool little place. Dead Horse Point State Park. We're here, set up. This state park does not have septic and does not have water. So this is our first time stopped in Moab and filled up the freshwater tank, and had 30 miles to drive. Our freshwater tank's in the front. I was a little concerned. It's the first time, like I said, ever doing it, and so I really didn't know what to expect. And so surprisingly, it did well, and I didn't have any issues. I didn't think that I would, because why would they put a freshwater tank at the front of the RV knowing that somebody would probably fill it up and travel with it? So like I said, it's only 30 miles. I would probably never do it on a long distance travel day, but was able to stop in Moab, get that done. So I'm going to finish getting everything set up, get the slide out, and yeah, so 3 days here, and we're hopefully do some hiking and see the arches and all that cool stuff. So super excited.
You've got mail.
Okay, so let's talk about Starlink real quick. We got Starlink, and so far I love it. Everywhere we go, we've been able to use it, and it's great. I can upload the videos. We get to work online. The only time we ever have any kind of like lag is whenever it's raining, and it's typically not raining a lot, right? So we got here in Moab, it was raining a little bit. It took a little bit for the Starlink to find satellites and to get orientated and all this stuff. When we were remodeling the RV, I thought about Starlink. I thought about, because we had it at the time, and I thought about how to get the router into the RV. And I know you guys are going to probably come at me in the comments, and that's totally fine. You can do that. But what I do is I've got this black tote right here that lives underneath the RV, and I take the router, this thing right here, instead of trying to figure out a way to get it into the RV, because I just didn't really spend any. I thought about it, but I couldn't really come up with like a surefire way to actually get it in the way that I wanted to be able to get it in, and so I just didn't do it. And I'm not gonna run these wires through the slide out. It just doesn't, I don't know. For me, it just doesn't work. So what I do is I take this and I put it in this black tote, and I seal it and I slide it underneath the RV. Now I will say one concern that I have had is heat, right? Now this lives, like I said, this black tote, it's black, lives underneath the RV, and my only concern is heat. Maybe the router gets too hot, but so far it hasn't been an issue. I have checked it and it's warm, but it's not like crazy hot. I don't see an issue with streaming. I don't see an issue with upload speeds, download speeds, or anything like that with this being underneath the RV in a black tote. And the reason why I put it in the tote is because I don't want it to get rained on, right? So, like I said, that's how I do it. I know everybody's different and everybody has their own system. And right now, this is what works for us. And if I come up with a better system, or somebody in the comments says, hey, you can do it this way, I've even thought about like attaching some kind of box to the frame and then just shoving this in the box. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. We get to the campsite, we get set up, and everything is, good to go. Go to turn the water pump on, and it's not working. Something's off. I tried priming the pump, which I think I'm priming it correctly. And I do know that when we first got the RV, I tested the water pump out and it worked, but it's been years, and this is a lesson that I'm going to learn. Is I should have checked before we left Durango that the pump worked. And so doing a little troubleshooting on the pump, but in the middle of all of that, we just decided, hey, we're going to go on a little hike, a little trail here, and look at the canyon, because why not take a break from something that could be stressful, right? Because we need water. So let's go for a hike. definitely watched a YouTube video, and I think this is the problem. Same problem that the guy had is the pressure regulator valve, which is right here, is stuck. And so I had to take the front cap off of the water pump, which was right here, and then I'm taking this part off. I couldn't, just like he couldn't in his video, see if I can get the light right here so I can show you. He wasn't able to press this down right here. This thing right here. He wasn't able to press that down. I'm not either, so it's stuck. And it's probably because we haven't ever used it before. And so I've got to get that unstuck. Buddy. So I'm gonna work on getting this to press in, and I'm pushing pretty hard and it's not going anywhere. So I'm gonna work on that. I got it unstuck. So this is what it should be doing inside. As that pump turns, it should push in, and that gets the water coming from this side through this side. So I'm gonna put it back together, and hopefully we get some water flow. All right, I'm gonna be checking for some leaks. Oh, I got a big leak right here. Oh, that's a massive leak. Oh no. Oh. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe some air in the lines, but make sure there's no leaks down here. But that was the problem.
Hi, we're at Dead Horse State Park, and it's really pretty. We're at the lookout. And like, look at this. What do you think about this, the canyon? It's really good here. There's also this cool shady area that's really, really cool.
All right, so we just looked at the point overlook, and Esther did a lot of really cool B-roll and some dialogue about the time we had here. And so this is right outside our campsite, so like within, a short little drive from our campsite. So if you ever come to Dead Horse Point State Park, if you go to the point, there's this massive area here. There's a parking lot, bathrooms, and some good signage explaining some of the things about what's down here, the Colorado River, all that good stuff. And so we're gonna head to the visitor center, check that out, and then we're gonna go find some other places to hike.
Well, because some people believe that the earth is millions and millions of years old. There's a tiny crack in the rock, but water freezes.
We're at Canyonlands National Park. We just got here, a good 15 minutes ago, went to the visitor center, and we're just across the street from the visitor center, and this is our view. We haven't even really gone into the park yet. Like I said, we just stopped at the visitor center and checked everything out. The girls got their stamps for their passport, and so we're coming over across the street to check this out, and then we're gonna head in. So enjoy this B-roll. Arches National Park, and this is pretty cool. I'm not a big Red Rocks fan, but this is awesome. Same thing as Canyonlands, but a little different. We pulled over on the side here. I think over here is Petrified Dunes, if I'm correct. And this has a name, I can't recall. But we're here. We're gonna see a couple of arches. But we had to pull over and take a look at this. It's pretty awesome. Super cool. So I would go ahead and highly recommend coming to Arches National Park. We've just done this one arch, and it's pretty awesome. It's really cool is seeing like a whole arch being cut out, but then also like right next to it is like an arch that's just getting formed, and you can tell where the wind has just come in and has started carving out the rock. So it's really cool to see like a progression. So come back in a couple of thousand years and you'll be able to see a new arch. So we are getting rained out here at Arches and we gotta leave, which kind of stinks. We're gonna wait it out.
There's a car coming. Are they coming this way?
No, they're not going this way.
Okay.
So we were waiting the rain out because we have to leave tomorrow. We're headed to Salt Lake City tomorrow, and so this is gonna be our only time on this go around to actually see this park, and so
we did get to see some of the arches,
yeah,
which was really cool.
Yeah, it was really awesome. I was hoping to go and see double arches, but that'll be on the next trip. Like I said, we were waiting it out, but the gust, the wind was getting pretty bad, and my thought was all the rain, if it does pass by or pass over us, it's gonna be muddy and the rocks are gonna be slick, and it's just not gonna be probably the best experience. And I really hope you can hear me over this rain. So we're headed out and then headed to Salt Lake City tomorrow. It's a travel day today, and this is probably the longest that we'll travel today. I think it's like 4.5 hours. Typically we're around 3.5 hours. So this morning we're getting all wrapped up and ready to hit the road. Headed to Salt Lake, and here in a little bit, Melissa and I will talk about our experience here at Dead Horse Point and the national parks. We are at Dead Horse Point State Park, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It was great.
Yeah.
I think this park in of itself is destination worthy. Like the visitor center is great. There's like a little, what is it called? Observation deck and like exhibit hall. It's beautiful. So
Yeah,
Dead Horse is great.
even if you don't camp, you can definitely come and experience.
And sorry, I just realized, I don't know that we've mentioned, it's a certified night sky location. And so, I mean, because you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're about 30 miles from Moab and there's nothing. And so the stars are beautiful.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Yeah, it's we're site 55. It was a great site. Pretty much all the campsites have this cover underneath the picnic table, and I don't know. I would recommend it. I'd recommend Canyonlands and Arches as well. We really had a good time. So definitely check it out and get a chance. Dead Horse Point State Park in Utah. So we're headed to Salt Lake. See you there.